Hello viewers, I am Vani Gupta, a pediatric occupational therapist with an experience of about 22 years for working with children with diverse needs. During my experience, I have seen multiple number of children associated with autism, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, learning disability, intellectual disability, cerebral palsy, sensory processing disorders, and many more. In this channel, I'll be sharing with my viewers the problems that the parents and caregivers face while handling their children and how to deal with those problems, whether the problems are related to sensory development, motor development, social development, or cognitive development. I have named my channel Jumpstart. So the meaning of which is to improve a situation by taking a particular action. So in my upcoming videos, you'll be watching the stages of child development, the milestones that the child should achieve, their problematic behaviors, and how to deal with those behaviors. So please tune into this video, and in this channel I'll be discussing with you the stages of child development. Children change rapidly as they grow. There are 5 stages of child development: newborn, infant, toddler, preschool, and school age. In the newborn child, the first month of life that we call it, newborns exhibit automatic responses to external stimuli. In other words, a newborn will turn her head toward your hand when you stroke her cheek or grab your finger when you place it in her hand. A newborn is able to see close-up objects, recognize certain smells, smile or cry to indicate a need, and move her head from side to side. During infancy stage, infants develop new abilities quickly in the first year of life. At 3 to 6 months, an infant can control his head movements and bring his hands together. By 6 to 9 months old, an infant can sit without support, babble, and respond to his name. Between 9 and 12 months of age, he can pick up objects, crawl, and even stand without support. He can stand with support. Now, slow development in infants may be signs of Down syndrome and other developmental disabilities. During toddler stage, as the children reach the ages between 1 and 3 years, toddlers learn to walk without help, climb stairs, and jump in place. They can hold a crayon, draw a circle, stack one block on top of another, use short sentences, or even follow simple instructions. During preschool stage, between the ages of 3 to 5 years, children refine their motor skills. They can throw a ball overhead, skip and hop, stand on one foot for 10 seconds or longer also. They can dress themselves or draw a person with features. At the school age, the child is able, that we call it school age is from 6 to 12 years. The child is capable, confident, independent, and responsible. Peer relationships, particularly relationships with friends of the same gender, are important to school age children. The older school age children begins to develop sexual characteristics. Now, there are signs of ADHD such as trouble staying focused and being easily distracted may appear in school age children. Now, there are high risk infants also. Premature babies who are born less than 37 weeks of gestation time and who have low birth weight, they are defined as high risk infants. These high risk infants are given proper nursing care in the hospitals. They are kept in incubators and feed through a drip in their initial weeks until they are ready to digest and absorb the milk. Only when they can breathe regularly and retaining their feeds and capable of maintaining body temperature, then only they are discharged. But if you find any issues after that also, like if you think that the child is not taking the breastfeed and he is a very cranky child, then you can consult your doctor immediately. Now, I'll tell you the developmental red flags. Now, developmental red flags are the signs which you can identify in your children, and if you think that these are present, then you can consult your pediatrician or occupational therapist or speech therapist. Like if the child is having feeding difficulties in initial months and he is turning head to one side only, he has strong preference for specific posture or position, like he is lying in one position only, or there is a flattening of back or side of head, there are decreased movements on one side of the body, or if your child is arching his or her back or body, there is stiffness or floppiness of the muscles, or if the child is unable to bring his or her hands together in the midline, that we call it midline. The child generally, if you have seen an infant, the child brings his hands together in the midline and sucks his thumb. If you think that the child is not bringing his hands together in the midline, or he is not able to sit up, he has limited desire to move, even if he is sitting wide legged or W sitting, or if the child is arching his body, he is not able to stand or walk properly, even at the age of 15 months or 18 months of the child, then it's a time to concern. Now viewers, as I discussed with you the stages of child development, I'll be discussing here the infant stage. The average in newborn infant weighs about 3.4 kg and is about 20 inches long. Newborns sleep for about 16 to 18 hours per day, but it gradually decreases to about 9 to 12 hours by age of 2 years. Infants display a set of inherited reflexes. As I told you, these are the primitive reflexes. Primitive reflexes are a part of normal baby behavior. So I'll be discussing with you the common ones that we generally see in the child. So the first one is the rooting reflex. Now in rooting reflex, by touching the cheeks or stroking them, the infant turns his or her head and opens mouth. This is a preparation for nursing. Once the baby is in contact with the breast or finger, the sucking reflex takes over involuntarily. So this is the sucking reflex. In sucking reflex, this happens when the roof of a baby's mouth is touched. The baby will begin to suck when this area is stimulated, and it helps with nursing or bottle feeding. So both these rooting and sucking reflex are important for bottle feeding and breastfeeding. Now if they persist beyond 4 months of age, then they may have feeding issues, like the child will have difficulty in taking solid foods later on, and also a child may have poor articulation in speech and a behavior of thumb sucking. So I'll be discussing with you the next reflex, that we call it Gallant reflex. So in Gallant reflex, stroke along the one side of the spine, the normal reaction of the baby is to laterally flex towards the stimulated side. So this reflex persists till 9 months of age. If this reflex persisting even after 9 months, then it may affect the child's posture, coordination, attention, or he may be restless while sitting. Now I'll be showing this another reflex, that we call it asymmetrical tonic neck reflex. Now in asymmetrical tonic neck reflex, if you turn the baby's head to one side, the side of this same side on which the head has been turned gets extended and the other side gets flexed. So this is asymmetrical, that we call it asymmetry, that one side is extended and the other is flexed. So if this reflex also persists till 6 months, and if the asymmetrical tonic neck reflex persists beyond 6 months of age, then the child may have difficulties in their physical, cognitive and social and emotional processes. So they will have difficulties in school, and that I'll be discussing with you in my later videos. Now I'll be discussing with you this another reflex, that we call it Moro's reflex. So in Moro's reflex, when suddenly a sudden loss of support, the infant spreads out the arms, so pulls the arms in and then cries. Now you can see that the moment the loss of support is there, the child cries and he spreads out his arms. So this was Moro's reflex. This reflex should also go by 6 months of age, but if it persists beyond 6 months, then the child may have issues in motor or intellectual development. Now there's another reflex, that we call it plantar reflex or Babinski's reflex. Now in this reflex, stroking on the sole of the foot evokes big toe moving upward and the other toes fan out. This reflex is seen till 2 years of age. If it persists even after 2 years, then the child may have some neurological problems. So like this one is the plantar reflex, and this is, we call it palmar grasp. Palmar grasp is when you touch the the palm of the hand of the infant, the automatically reflex the child will make a fist. So this is that we also call it fist reflex, and this should go away by 4 months of age. But if it persists till even after 4 months of age, the child may have difficulties in holding and grasping, holding and releasing objects from hand. So development, and in detail I discussed infancy stage. In my next videos I'll be discussing with other stages of development. So please subscribe to my channel Jumpstart and stay tuned in for my upcoming videos. Thank you and have a nice day.